Hello everyone. How's it going? Hello everyone. Okay, we're back. Um, let's start to do some more of that modeling we were doing earlier. And yeah, as again, feel free to hit the chat up. With anything. Let's try our blender here. Yeah, we're gonna do some more of those wall things. In the meantime, I can show you what I've done so far. I've some of the mat caps I've threw down some of the mat cap materials. I don't know why some of them are not previewing. I don't know what's that about. That's kind of weird, but probably look into that later. But yeah, I got some mat cap materials here. Oh yeah, and I had them sorted out by just like mat cap materials and regular materials, and then rocks and vegetation. So these things are great when you're doing levels, so you can quickly mock them up, and then you could add the real assets in later. According to the markup that you have. So yeah, so let's get into some more modeling. Let's see where we left off here. So I was in the structures and I was designing some walls. Now see, this wall was good practice, but it's not symmetrical, and it probably wouldn't tile that great. So I'm gonna try to make one that actually tiles proper. So let's organize. First, let's organize how I have it set up here off to the side. Let's just get rid of that. Yeah, Blender is a really nice 3D program, but you could use anything. I mean, like you could use Studio Max, and every program has their strength. So let's see. Let's do some helps. Okay, let's make. Okay. Let's just bring this. Let's zero this guy out here. Alright. Okay, so zero. Oh. Let's put this guy right here with the others. See what else I've done here. Okay, so this is the wall. This is a wall panel here. Okay, so this is let's call this panel 1. Oh. Alright, so we have these other things here. So I'm just gonna name these shapes. So in Blender, if you wanna name multiple, press Control F2, and you could rename, set new, and I'm gonna do shapes. I'm just gonna go new sources. Yep, there you go. Shapes. So panel, and I think these are just like leftover panel shapes I have. I'll get rid of these. Let's go here. It's another one. I think this is empty. So this is cool. Let's keep that here. Okay. Now let's make a new collection for this panels. Okay, here we go. So we got a default collection. We got these panel collection. We're gonna make a new one. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna get rid of. We're gonna hide this guy here. We have a new one here. I want to make it symmetrical, right? So I'm just gonna okay. Yeah, so let's see. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna make like a duplicate. And this duplicate, go Alt D to make like, you know, like an instance duplicate. Grab that. And I'm going to put it here on the side. So anything we do with this main guy here, it should reflect. Yep, you see the vertices. It should reflect on the adjacent panels, so we can see if it tiles proper. Okay, so do another Alt D. This guy here. Another Alt D. This guy here. Alt D. Guy here. I think that's fine for now. You know, let's just put these in a collection called shape. Let's just do it like that. Alrighty. This is a perfect square. You not want that, so. Oh, you know what? We could yeah, I think I like rectangles, but let's just leave it for the perfect square for now. Yeah, let's do that. You know what? Let's make it a rectangle. Get rid of that top guy there. Yeah, let's just snap these back. Because I mean, to make a perfectly square panel is fine, but you know, I think a rectangle will be better. Okay, okie dokie. Let's get into cutting. Let's get into some cutting. So let's see. I'm gonna do Control R, ring cut. Along there is fine, and do another Control R for a ring cut here. Okay. And let's just go straight into the knife tool. So press A to restrict it. We're going for a different kind of pattern here. So you see how these it automatically, you know, we start to see like how this is gonna start tiling. So I'm gonna go and do another one. My A. And now again, you know, we're just kind of free forming this for now. Oops. See these connect. Let's do A again. You know, I'm free forming it for now. Afterwards we can go in and we could try to line it up a little bit better. So A again. Oh, my bad. Let's go K for the knife tool. And press A to restrict it. Oh. So a bit lower. Again, guys, you know, we're gonna try to straighten this up a little bit here. Okay, so let's see. Let's go into vertex mode. Let's see if we can straighten some of these. Select these. Oh. Come in here. Selecting this, this, and this. Scale. Oh, okay, so see we have some multiple cutting things happening here. So I'm gonna go into my wireframe view. Okay. Let's see what this is. Grab. Is this a straight vertex? Dash 3 vertex. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see if we can line these up. Okay, so those are lined up along here. This guy, grab X. Alright, so go along here, grab X. Okay, so let's see. So and line these guys up. Now on YouTube, let me know if you could see the chat. I'm not sure if you can. I know YouTube's chat is not as clear cut as Itch's chat. I have to look more into that. Okay, so scale on the Y, so these are lined up. Okay, so let's see if these are lined up. Scale X, X, okay. Of course, these are lined up. So let's just grab the common shape from here, and then we could like duplicate that shape, and then we make this. Should make it. So we got that out there. So we got some inconsistencies, right? So like this should be the perfect. So this here and this here should be the same size. So let's get rid of these extras. So we could build all this back easily. You know, sometimes you gotta do these things, but we're not following any particular design. You could make a particular design and lay it out, but I'm just winging it for now. Okay. So this here wants to be a lot closer, and this here may want to be wider out. So grab. About right here. I'm trying to make this a little more almost square right here. Right here. So this should be half the length. So let's see what half of this would look like. So I'm just gonna go here and I'm gonna go subdivide, switch to vertex. Grab and then X, and I'm going to snap it right on that center vertex there. And this here, I'm thinking, should be directly in there. So grab X, snap center vertex. Okay, so this is fine. Okay. Now let's check just to make sure that these are. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares across. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this should be 5. Okay. This here is, but even better than that, we can use the measure tool, right? So let's go into measure. So show, put the segment here. Actually, where's this? Let's check this segment. Actually, let's get rid of that word that we had in there. select that segment, and see what size that is. So that's 0.50. You have it in millimeters. You could change the way that reads and all that. You know, I prefer inches, but it doesn't matter. It's all relative here in a 3D program, especially for a game. You're not actually building a physical object in the real world. So I'm fine with what they're yeah, I'm fine with what their defaults are. So 0.5. Let's check this guy out here. Segment 0.5, and I'm sure this guy is not. Yep, thought so. So he definitely has to come across. Show it this way. Let's just get it down here. Should this guy and this guy be lined up? Yes, they should. So this guy needs to come across a lot more. Actually, hold on. So this and this is fine, and this should be fine. Okay, but this has another angle in here. That's what's going on. So it's that and that and that. All right. Yep. And then it returns. And this measure right here. And here should be the same. So it definitely needs to go up once. 0. Yep. 5. Okay, so that's more like it. There's 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Route. So go here. I'm just gonna attach these for stability's sakes. Another way you could do it, let's go to vertices, select that, press J, and let's join those. Right, so technically, you know, this should tile pretty decently. Let's go A and grab X. Bring this right to the edge here. Oh, that's weird. Let's see. So make sure this guy is as dead on as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This guy wants to shimmy a little bit more. Like so. If we did move this guy. Okay, it's not bad. That number should have changed when I slid it with the precision. Alright, okay, so that's fine. So let's see. So we're gonna select all and then duplicate it. Yeah, it's probably screwing up the thing because the edges are changing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get rid of these for now. So we did the measuring. And I'm gonna confine this to somewhat of a square. See, that is tile with that, and that is tile with that. What we could do a slice to get a perfect square. I think you may want to slice here, and you may want to slice there. Yep, and then you get a perfect square happening. Let's just check it out real quick. Yep, you may want to slice straight along here. Let's bring back in those, square deals. Let's see. Okay, that's it there. And what we did cut this like so. So it was a rectangle. Okay. Oh. Let's do that again. Why is this being moved? Oh, is it cube? My bad. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, here we go. So everything that fits inside of this will do that. Well, yeah, which is what I thought. Remember, in Blender you could like join these things. So let's see. Just make sure this is snapped in the way it should. Snap it properly. Grab. Okay. It's not perfect, but we could touch it up. So yeah, let's go in here, select these vertices right here, let's join these. Oh, yeah, these aren't part of the same. Okay, there we go. Join. Yeah, slice right there, and I think this is joining right here too. Yep. Let's do this right here. Actually, I think I've messed up here. Okay. A little bit. Oh, okay. First, let's deal with this guy here. I don't know, got this guy correct. Yep. Slice right here. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Oh, okay. It wants to tile. Okay, that's better. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so there's our tiling deal. Go back into shaded mode. Yeah, so we got something that could tile, and we're gonna start working some little bit of stuff in here. But before we do that, let's just merge these vertices, so we got some clean stuff going here. So Alt M. I'm gonna raise this up to like 3, like so everything is nice and tight. Okay. So now we can start cutting into this guy. Let's hide this. We don't need that tool anymore. I mean, I could do a lot more like little tightening and all that, but for now I think this is fine. Let's just make sure and turn on the wireframe over the shaded. We're going to go into this object properties and viewport display, and we're gonna it's already activated, so wireframe is already on top. This is great. So that's what you want to do to get that. Okay, so let's start doing little gadgety things in here. So I think what makes really good sci-fi is when you have a little exposure and you see a lot of detail in it. So let's try for that. Okay. Let's just start right here. Actually, let's start in the bottom for this one right here. Then I'm going to restrict it by pressing A. Stop right here. It's going a little bit like halfway. Let's come back up. Let's go into a little bit like that. We could always straighten these lines after. Ooh, we see what's happening here. This guy wants to not obey. So what we're gonna do, take off the restriction here and just do this manually like so. Okay, so I'm gonna select these sets here, and I'm gonna straighten them all along the same plane. You can press GG to slide vertices and edges and all that sort of stuff. Slide vertices along an edge. Excuse me. Okay, gonna slide here. And what we're really trying to do is to get these edges here to be equal. So let's just check these out. Actually, select this guy. Let's go into the measuring tool again, and then segment. So this is 0.6 in width. Let's see what this one is. 0.5. We're gonna fix that. What's this? And what's this one? Let's see 0.7. So we want 0.6, right? So grab X. There you go. 0.6. Grab X. 0.6. Let's just double check by applying all scales and rotations. Oh, come out of that mode. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's apply scale. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so we got one notch there. Let's do something a little bit different for this one. Let's keep the same vein, but let's do it slightly different. Okay, and as you know, we could always straighten these up, right? So let's do that. Let's straighten these up. You know, and you see I'm choosing edges also, but you could go into vertices. Just make sure. Okay, and let's just check our we want 0.6, right? Let's make sure all these are 0.6. Segment, segment, and segment. Grab X and let's do that until it's 0.6. There you go. Grab X. 0.6. Let's move the wireframe, maybe you might see it better. Yep. Grab it. X. 0.6. Alright, so I think these two things should be on the same kind of level, so let's just do that. Let's do this, and let's just average this by pressing S for scale, and we're going to scale along the y-axis. Let's press 0, and these are along the same line. S, Y, 0, Y, 0, S, Y, 0. Okay, I'm going to bring this guy in a little bit. Alright, so we have one like this, one like that. Let's check another one. Ideally, you know, you would like duplicate this back and put it back here and just kind of go alternate back and forth between two designs. If you have something too unique when you're doing like a pattern or when you're doing tiling, what happens, you start to see that uniqueness being repeated and it kind of breaks the illusion a little bit. So I'm just going to grab this section here and drop him over here. Let's get that. Let's just delete this guy. In Blender you could also just get rid of this. Use extra. Hide that. Hide the measuring tool for now. Let's bring this guy back in here. There we go. Duplicate that. Alright, so let's have him back in here again. Let's grab this guy. Make sure he's all nice and tight. Up to here, and you could do another like strip here or whatever it is, so when you put this in here it kind of makes sense, and you could do a little thing here and it'll just repeat like that, but we could leave that out and see what happens. You should just see, and it would actually be taking one of these guys and splitting them like that and putting them here. Should we try that? I think we should. Let's see. Let's take this fatty guy right here and do that to it. So if you split this guy right down the middle here, you'll have the piece for here and for here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delete these pieces. So, yep, we definitely would. Okay. Faces. Let's take this guy right here and do that to him. Right? I'm not gonna do it in this one, but I'm gonna duplicate this one and then do it. And just bring them up here into a clear space. And we're just gonna split them right down. Does he want to join with this guy like this? Yep. Okay. Okay, so this piece wants to come here with us. Let's press Y to separate that piece. Once you're in edit mode, you press Y on the selected polygon to separate it. Bring that guy there. Okay, now we have something kind of perfect tiling a little bit. Let's just grab this edge along here and just grab him. We're gonna snap him so that he's clean. Flush this, check this guy on the side here. Yeah, he's somewhat clean. So here we go, we have this repeating pattern. And that's for the large, you know, the more granular you go into smaller shapes, you don't have to repeat as much. You don't you don't have to be as repetitive here. You could be a little more unique. But you're doing too much uniqueness because you'll start to see that just grab this guy here and snap him cleanly. Yeah, just making sure we're doing all the cleaning up. You see right here? Let's fix that. You just want to check everything to make sure it lines up. So that's lining up somewhat. This guy here is not lining up. This is somewhat okay. You know, we don't have to get too crazy about it, you know. So let me get these little overlaps. That for me, you know, I don't necessarily like them. Yeah. I just select them by hand and just kind of like get rid of them. Alright, so that's fine. Alright, so we have a repeating pattern here. Just deselect all. Let's just see. Yep, it's repetitive. Got this going here, going there, going there, going there. Okay, so let's start to do some like little greebly bits inside. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start doing some extrusions. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking the panel could be, let's see if we can make this panel a little more 3D. So we no longer need like that guide plane that I had on the bottom. So let's just do that, select that guide plane. Right. So let's make a little 3D shape out of this guy. Let's just select all these verts along here. Let's go into wireframe. You know what? I think at first I was gonna pull these out, but I think I'm gonna pull these guys in here. So let's do this. Pull these guys in. Let's just go to shaded to see what that would look like. Grab Z. Let's do a little bit of that. And you just want to take a nice little peek at what's happening. Okay, so that there, you're gonna have to fix that. I think that little bit is fine. Let's bring it up. Let's not make it so drastic. Let's bring it up just a smidgen. Actually, might have to make it a little more drastic. So these are walls that we're making. What is this? Making a tech wall. Or a tech wall for a video game. Okay. So it wants to be along that. It wants to average along that. No, we could eyeball it. There's another piece that's just like that across here. Yep. Oh, we could bring it along this line right there. So let's see what we want to do with this. Let's grab one. So I'm gonna, okay, let's see what we got. That's fine. Could be a little bit lower. There's better ways to do this, but you know, we're just like really trying to just knock this. Well, I'm trying to knock this out, so. All right. Okay, and we're gonna. These are gonna be recessed. Alright, so I'm going to extrude those back negatively. E. Pull it down to where it looks interesting to you. Tech shapes. I think I might want to extrude these up. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, let's do that and this. Extrude those up. Extrude Z, and how much are we gonna extrude? Let's try 1. See, 1 is too much, so how about 0? All going back and doing 0.01. Yep, that's twice the thickness extruded up. Almost looks like tire tread. Alrighty, let's isolate this one piece right here and let's do some cleanup. Okay, we have some faces to delete, some faces where the panels join that we don't need. Anything that we need we can always add back. For now, the outer edges that makes impossibly like extremely thin wall geometry, so we're just getting rid of those. Okay, so I'm just checking through to make sure everything looks clean on the outer perimeter. I think that's fine, so let's take a look. Yeah. So this continues all the way through without having a wall blocking it. Oh, so you see the problem that we have here because I did this. So if we duplicate it, you'd get like empty space. So I definitely need to fold this space up. So we could always add that back, that's fine. You just select these two edges right here and press F and it'll fill it in. Oh, let's press F. Oh, almost. Also press E to extrude this piece here. Yep. Ah, I see it. Like now I'm seeing like different things that could be an issue. Right. No, that's fine. So select that. Press E and let's come down to here. That's fine. The same thing with this guy. E. Yeah, so I suspected that some of these we're gonna have to put back anyway. Yep. Let's check the other side here. So far so good. I think that's it. Alrighty. So let's do vertices. Select all the vertices. Press Ctrl M. Merge by distance. It removed 138 vertices. So let's just double check, make sure it's not destroying some of our work. It is. Just do that. They said it's too drastic, so what I really want is 3 out of that. So anything that's touching. Yeah. They just removed 15 vertices, which is correct. Rather than collapsing all of extrudes. Okay, I'm thinking that we could put like little greebly bits in the middle here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually select those polygons out. Just double checking right here. Okay. Let's go top view, select these polygons. Just double check, make sure we have the right polygon selected. Yep. I'm going to press Y, actually P on the keyboard, and select those into a separate object. As you can see, these disappeared because this is not duplicated, but that's fine. I can reduplicate them back with the inner pieces. Let's do that. So let's get rid of these guys for now, and let's do that over again. Top view. Then I'm going to Alt D. Grab, snap that guy in there. See if he snap properly. Yep. Alright, we're gonna do another Alt D. And this is just for us to visualize our tiling, right? If he snapped properly. Yes, he is. Let's go D again. Oh, wrong D. It's Alt D to make an instance. And that's what I want to do, make an instance duplicate. Yep. Just doing it on the right plane. So again, Alt D. Let's grab this guy. Put this guy over here. Let's see if he's on the right plane. Yes, he is. Okay, so that worked out really well. Okay. Just save. Okay, same thing we do with this now. We should see with the other ones. Press tab. Yep. Vertices. Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna add like, you know, little detail giblets to these things. Let's just do that. And then we should have things like crossing across, so let's try for that. Pressing K, then A to get the angle restriction, to restrict the angle. Let's see. Okay. You know, let's just make a like a little template of something. So I'm going to use one of these polygons. So press K, click on here, and then press A, angle. To be honest with you, it's a little tough to talk and kind of see what I'm doing while I'm doing it, because you know, a lot of this to me is very free form in my head. So I'm gonna make something that look like circuitry. So I'm gonna select one of these edges and then right click, and when you right click in Blender, it actually follows the cursor. It could be kind of really free formed with this type of modeling. Do we want that, or do we want something a little more angular? So I probably should be a little more deliberate. Yeah, I'm just eyeballing it for now. Let's just do something like that. See, let's do another. Yeah, so I'm just doing something that looks like circuitry. I'm just really freeforming it. Okay, I think this is fine. You don't have to get like all crazy about it. Select these guys. Just have it all nice and square. Actually, I'm gonna grab this guy right here. Another grab. We'll shift. We'll shift. Huh. It's all good. Oh. Let's select these guys. Oh. Select these. Just duplicate that. Go to mirror. Y. Flip normals. Select these guys again. Just grab X. Oops. Yeah, I'm just throwing something together, guys, so it's a little freeform, a little bit quiet, but I'm trying to make something that look a little like circuitry, so it's kind of like you're peering into like the what's behind the wall kind of thing, or what's inside the wall. A little bit, you know. if you're watching this, you know, I normally try to be on in the morning, like around 9. I'm definitely would be streaming. I didn't stream, you know, last day or two, but the streams are more regular than not, and I normally try to stream like you know, like around like 1 o'clock. You know, right now it's like almost, it's like minutes to 1 right now. You know, I try to stream like at 9, or like between 1 and 2. So it's kind of like the middle of the day where I stream. I'll probably try to stream later in the afternoon, but at that point in time, I'm pretty much tired. But you know, we could see how that goes. I'm switching my selection mode. Select that, grab. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna use this sparingly throughout like this. It's not really gonna have any rhyme or reason. I mean, you could do things that probably have a lot more rhyme and reason than what I'm about to do, but let's see, grab Z. And let's make this a new object. Yeah, let's do that. Just grab Z. Oh. Grab Z. Why isn't that? Oh, okay, my bad. Grab Z. Bring it a little bit above. Okay, normally with circuitry, you know, this should be tiled. This should have been tiled where, you know, when I put the pieces, they all connect. But I'm not gonna do that. Actually, let's do it within the confines of this. I'm just gonna place them like wherever might be cool. Oh yeah, and these actually turn up. Oh boy, so that introduced like a whole nother layer of difficulty, but nothing that we cannot overcome. So for now, let's just lay this out in one of them, because I think it'll just be repeating for the others. So I'm just going to go into wireframe, so I'm not encumbered by that. The fact that it turns up. Let's do something like this. Trying to keep like equal spacing. Give it that really computerized robotic feel. Ideally, you could just do a proper pattern and just duplicate that pattern, but no. Yeah, it's not. Let's do something like this. Huh. That's interesting. I actually made a. Oh, these actually. Oh, they actually moved into that way. Oh, that's really odd. I can't remember when that happened. Grab X. Oh, that's really odd that it happened like that. Huh. I don't know why that happened. Let's see. Yeah, I was gonna grab this and then delete that. Guess this is fine that way. I'm gonna select this again and duplicate it. There we go. That's fine. Oh, what I kind of wanted to do was to go into my edges and select like something like this and see if I can connect it like so, but I don't know if that'll actually help anything really, so I think I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I think this is fine. So we got a pattern here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if we could cut this pattern out of these things right here. So what I want is to select this pattern, and there should be like a selection mode where you can select the outer edges. So edge, so it's going to select boundary loop. Yeah, so we selected all the boundaries of this, and I'm going to extract it by doing Shift D. So select just the edges and press P to make them a new object. I'm actually going to delete my old stuff, so this should be nothing but edges. That's going to solid mode. Yep. Let's save this. Let's grab Z, and we can just project this pattern onto this shape. So what I'm gonna do, yeah, this is fine. So let's go into the pattern for a minute here. Let's just do a little bit of cleanup. Let's grab X. Grab. Okay, I'm gonna just duplicate this while I'm in here. Actually, let's make this let's do it in the same object. So select all, duplicate it, see what that comes up, see what we come up with. That's not too bad. Select these vertices. Let's bring these over. Technically, we could get rid of some of these because we won't actually need them. Like this right here, we'll probably get rid of that. Let's go to the vertices. Yeah, let's see if we could some selection here. Okay. Duplicate these again for this other section. Duplicate this again. Grab X for this other section here. And I'm trying to put the interesting bits in the middle to some degree. Okay. So all this is together, and I'm gonna stamp it all. Actually, I have a little piece missing up here. So these might not all line up. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, so the way we do that is we select this, and then we select the bottom ones, and we control we're going to go into edit mode, we go into face mode. Let's come back again. Select this, select the ones the ones we want to stamp to. We select all the faces, and we're going to do a knife project. So PNIFE, knife project. Oops. What happened there? Let's try that night project again. But does it say no other selected object have or boundary edges to use for projecting? Oh, okay. So it's gonna come back in here. Let's save this for a minute. Let's go to vertex mode. Let's just weld some of these vertices and see what happens. Oh, it's a little too much. That's better. Yep, make sure everything is closed. You could convert all this to convert these to a curve, which I think it likes a lot better. Wants to do from curve to like a mesh, you know. Right. So let's try it again. And the reason why I'm zooming in close because night project works really well when you're zooming close to the angles that you want to project to, the polygons you want to project to. There you go. Alright, so we have these. So what I'm going to do now is let's Control Z, back this up. Let's make a duplicate. Nope, not of everything, just a duplicate of the mesh we want to cut into. So grab, let's grab, make sure. Okay, I'm just going to do a duplicate. Right, that's great. So let's see what we got here. So that's a duplicated panel. So I'm going to select that. What's the duplicated panels name again? Oh, yes, either one is fine. It's 10, right? Let's go that. And I'm going to select 10. Yep. Yep. Let's go back to the top view, zoom right in. Now we just do that night project again. Okay. Then now what I'm going to do is separate that piece. Okay, which piece looks more like circuitry? So let's hide this for now. Okay, let's unhide everything. Let's take a look. Actually, I should have named these circuits. But we could do all that. Let's just make a new circuits. Just for keeping things clean. Let's hide that. Oh, there we go. So that's much cleaner. Let's grab this guy and put him down to shapes. Let's just hide all these guys. Let's go back to the circuits. Okay. Much better. So that's my lower layer. Yep. Let's just raise these up. Grab Z. Oh, smidgen. Okay, now we could tell what's going on. If we get rid of these, does that look more circuit-like? I think so. Actually, I was thinking about the opposite, but this is not too bad. Let's select that. Z. We just want to raise it up just a little bit. There you go. And that's the back panel. Okay, so we got that. Let's just turn the panels on. Oh yeah, look at that. So you can see stuff in the background there that's happening. Let's take a look at what all this looks like. Let's just get rid of these extra things. And let's alt D this. So we're gonna do alt D. Alt D. D. I think this is fine. This will work. Hey, what else could we do to these bulkheady type things? What if we had some common elements like a door and some panel doors, like some access doors? Yeah, let's do that. I think I might want this the other way around though, like so. Okay, select all these, and this is scale and rotation then. Apply scale and rotation, grab. But if we remember, if we put like certain unique things, all of a sudden it will just like, you'll see it repeating in a really kind of weird way. So let's make this smaller. A small axis. Just rotate it back. I'm trying to visualize this. Okay, so this will be repeating. What do we add? Add to this. So cover this triangle. So this is how you open it. Let's go. And this here is where you riveted it. You know, where they secure the. Grab. Does that really want to snap there? Snapping in Blender is pretty okay. Let's do like that. Yeah, let's duplicate that sometimes. Okay, so we got two here. Yep, and that's gonna duplicate. We got a panel here. Can we rotate this guy? Okay, let's start making some cuts in here. I'm going to select this guy and this guy. We're just going to merge them. Control J. Select this guy. Well, yep. Control J. Control J. Okay. Alright, so we got these main. Let's make some cuts in these guys. We're going to use the same knife project tool. So I'm just going to save this. So we select that. Then what we're going to cut into, and zoom into that. Now you could do like a control cut where you make like intersections, but this is going to cut and just put triangles wherever it wants, but I think that's fine for now. Project. See what I did there? As I said, you know, I think that's okay for now. And let's just extrude. So extrude minus 0.05. Don't know if that actually obeyed. So let's try that again. Extrude minus 0.01. Okay, that's better. Let's try with these access doors, quote unquote. Okay, I'm gonna do that knife project. Okay, well, so what I want to do, I don't want to actually, just want to select the outer edge. Oh, we had it selected before, so let's just go back to that. Yeah, whatever. Okay, and what I want to do, I want to press I for inset. So I want to inset it just a little bit. This one I could eyeball a little bit. I want to grow the selection, this deselect this interior polygon. Then I want to extrude it minus 0.005. Did that even do it? Let's try it again. Extrude minus 0.005. Oh, I think it was a little bit much. Let's just grab it and let's eyeball it back into place. Okay, that's fine. Let's take a look. Okay, so my triangle is a little bit too close to the edge. Let's just move this triangle. Okay. Just want to move one at a time. It doesn't have to be 100%. We're going to select that. Let's do that knife project again. This time I think I want to extrude it up. I'm just going to do that and press Y to separate it a bit. I'm going to select these guys here too and do that same thing, press the Y to separate them. Just make sure everything is selected correctly and press Y to separate. And let's select the circle inside of here. I think I want to move it up a little bit higher, it's too deep. Yes, and press Y to separate it. I think this is fine, you know, for a tech wall or whatever we come up with. Now we should move on to some texturing, right? So this should be interesting. So let's grab our little greebly bits here. You just hide these guys. Okay, let's see what we got here once we go into shading. I normally just like to jump into shading without any rhyme or reason and just see what I get when I hit. Okay, so first things first, we gotta get rid of some of these, like yeah, some of these lines on here. Gotta give us a false sense of shape. And also are we in cycles? Yep, cycles GPU. Not bad. Yeah, so let's get rid of some of these lines. Let's go back into here and let's remove the wireframe off the. Okay. Just removing the wireframe off of all these little pieces right here. You see this part here didn't I didn't move this part here correctly. Could fix that later. Oh, come on. Let's go. Probably not the best thing to do in shade like that. Let's come in here. Come on. You know what? This is like, to get us to snap, you'd have to go in and like say, okay, you know, select this edge and it snaps to the here, and sometimes it's just too much. I think that's fine. Let's check this guy over here. Yeah, he's messed up too. Let's see. Oh, come on, just snap. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so let's go back to shading. See what we got. So I think this is left over from the last panel, the lighting situation. So what we could do is just drop some some shaders on this. Yeah, let's just see what some shaders do. Let's drop some shaders from what we already have. Let's try this tech material. Let's try something like that. I think what I'll do, we'll go back in and just kind of vary these up. Yeah, so it's already starting to look like a little bit like something, right? So let's just get rid of these old lines. All right, so let's fix this. This is you. This is UV editing. Smart UV. So what that gives us. Let's pack this properly. Oh, select everything, pack it. Okay, let's go back to shading. We're just trying to move as quickly as we can, right? So I fixed some of the paneling things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this material and then change it up. Let's change the color on this. What if we do a black? Okay, so now with this black, I can actually see like how reflective it is. Now what if we add like an edge, a beveled edge like we did the last one? It seems to be a nice thing to do. So let's do that. So before we do that, let's select the panels that we want. Kind of beveled. I'm selecting the large pieces. Okay, we're going to add a vertex group. I'm going to assign that. Let's call this vertex group bevel. Actually, let's grow this a little bit. Let's see what that does. Yep, that did add a little bit of a bevel on there. I think I'm fine with this bevel. Let's go 2 instead. Oh. And we actually want the angle vertex group. Vertex group with bevel. Okay, here we go. Yeah, because I didn't select the other part. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. I like this. Let's do that. Yeah, cause I didn't extend it into the other polygon. It stopped right on the edge. See? Just if I do that, then I add that to the bevel. Hey, whatever, that's fine. Let's take a look at that. Shading. Yeah, you got a little bit of a bevel. Okay, let's look at this specular situation. If I turn the roughness down, it's gonna get a little more harsh, which is what I like. Do you want to spec really hard? If you turn it down, it's gonna barely have anything. Well, did it be a little bit metallic? 0.1. Spec is 0.3. Roughness 0.3. Makes it spread. Turn the specularity up a bit. Yeah, nope. Okay. 2. I want to turn the roughness down. 0.2. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this guy. I'm going to call this gold. Yeah, if I wanted that thing there to be gold. Okay, so the color of this, of course, is going to be a gold color. Oops. And this shouldn't be that. This should not be gold. It should be 0.3. There you go. Slot 1. Take a look at what's going on here. Okay, that's better. I don't know, there was some mix up there. Anyways, going to get rid of some of these. I just basically want the principal BRDF. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want any of this paneling. I want it more metallic. Specularity. Okay, now it's about fussing with like materials and stuff. Yeah, I think the roughness should be 0.4. Yeah, let's select these little icons right here and give them like a light material. Actually, I'm gonna select this one first, and then plus it. Okay, so let's go into go back into our shading. Okay, with those selected now, make this new. What I want is light. Let's assign those. Select that circuit again. Black gold. Okay, so let's go that paneling strength a little bit more than that 5. Let's go up to 0.1. Yeah. Yeah, 0.1 kind of low scale. Let's go back to the light. Let's make a duplicate light. Give it a different color and see what's up. Keep it like that. Okay, so this is definitely tileable, right? So pretty simple, but you know, sometimes that's where you gotta start. I was thinking about different color back there. Maybe this backing panel wants to be like simple, like a black or something. Make sure I got the right one. Yeah, these are just madcap materials, so they're not like really material. Good for like concepting and just checking things out. Yeah, let's just go with a basic back material for this. Matte. Just get rid of all this. Yeah. And let's put a diffuse shader. Nothing fancy, just for a backing color without any real shading effects or glossiness. Let's keep it something like so. I'm gonna roughness too, but I'm gonna put it in the 0.2 roughness. So it's just more of a color. What if you change that to a different color? Well, that's interesting. It kind of matches up with the little blue light that I had there, without it actually being a light. But you see, like blue and red, sorry, blue and yellow gives you like a greeny, kind of green effect. So let's go a little more blue this way, like lapis lazuli kind of blue. Yeah, that's not bad. I think that's interesting. So yeah, let's call that a panel. So let's see this. Let's do some cleanup. So we definitely don't need all these because this is just for us to see how things was tiling. This is our main panel. Save that guy. Right. Just select this guy. And I'm gonna make a new collection code panel 202. Everything goes into that. Let's hide this guy so we see nothing, and I think this is our first panel. Panel 01. If we go back into shading to see how panel 01 is. So that's panel 01. It's pretty simple compared to the other panel, but you know, it was a start. So let's see panel 2. That's panel 1. Panel 2. Still kind of a little basic, but you know, it's cool for now. I mean, we could have done a lot more bumping outs, and sometimes simple things like this work. The panel side by side. Maybe we could make this black more of a slate black than black. It looks black here. So I'm going to go back into here. Yes, so, yeah, so this is black. So let's go back one to slate gray. Yep, I think that's fine. Okay, dokes. So this is what we got. We got our panels happening. 2 different panels. You know, to be used in a video game. For walls or for the floor. For the floor would be pretty neat. You know, it's good to have these things and we can use them as textures. Whatever it is, you know. This one looks really high gloss. Turn the roughness down on some of that. Yeah, when you bake them, then you can see the results and you can adjust according to the bake. At least that's what I do. Alright guys, so that's it for our session. Hope to see you probably a little bit later this afternoon. Maybe like around 3 o'clock. And obviously, you know, we're gonna pick this up again tomorrow. So that's it for now. Thanks for checking out, you know, Heavenlyform and our Soul 3000 art session here for the game. You know, we're going to continue building and doing art pieces for the different levels. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. You know, yeah, that's part of the song. That's pretty funny. See you guys later, like around 3 o'clock this afternoon, maybe a little bit later. Look out for us, and obviously see you tomorrow, probably early at like 9. God bless, take it easy, and thanks for tuning in.